Hello, and welcome to this presentation involving families through social media. I am sharing this presentation today because I think it's very important for teachers to start building those social media relationships with their families. Families have the potential to be on social media. My other PowerPoint on here is about parent parties, and at the second parent party, I always set my family up with my social media accounts that are connected to their social media accounts. We need to start reaching families not only face-to-face, through email, through text message, through phone calls, but also through different social media avenues that they can see and be on every single day. It is totally fine to have personal social media accounts that your families are not linked to, but it's also very vital for your relationship with families that you have social media accounts that are only professional, where you only do professional things. So here are some traditional ways that teachers usually communicate with families. So phone calls, face-to-face, parent-teacher conferences, newsletters, family meetings, kind of like my back-to-school night and my parent parties that I talk about, notebooks that the students take home and you sign, report cards, emails, sometimes even text messages on here. So many of these are a one-way communication strategy. We need something that is two-way, that's reciprocal, so doing two. So how are we going to build reciprocal relationships? You need to have a partnership with your family, and that starts on the very first day of school or the very first back to night school when you meet that family. You need to be thoughtful. You need to listen. They know all about their child. Respectful, genuine, and caring. You need to ask open-ended questions, understand differences between families and cultures and relationships within the family. Give questionnaires. Really be involved with these families. They want to know that you care about them. So the first thing that I have is a teaching website. You can find them for free or you can pay for one. Mine is busyclassroom.weebly.com. So Weebly is a very user-friendly and has great service, technical support. Things you can add for families are maybe your homework page, a blog, which I also have, recipes to cook at home, things to work on at home that you're doing at school, maybe some developmental milestones, important information, field trips, what we're having for lunch, who's the leader, what students are supposed to bring for show and tell, things like that. Things you're working on at school, different websites for families for resources if they need, a food bank, if they need some counseling resources, you could just have different pages on that. Then websites for children that are educational, so the parent can get on your website and just click to it and go to it quickly. And then pictures for your family, if they're allowed and you've had a consent sign formed. I love my website. I have people on it every single day. I have a little counter at the bottom so I can see it. And at the end, I will share that with you so you can go to that if you would like. The next thing is my professional Twitter, where I have also started Periscope. If you don't know what Periscope is, get on and get that app on your phone. So mine is a total professional early childhood development Twitter. I connect with other professionals in my area and things that they like to do, early childhood things. It helps me find new topics and research that I can retweet or I can talk about and send to families. It helps me connect with families through this account, and it helps me find resources for families. And they can get on my Twitter account and they can scroll through and go back and find them. And it engages new ideas within the world every single second. So I really do like Twitter. You can add different links, you can add pictures, you can add stories, and then Periscope is actually a live video, so if I'm out doing something with the children, I could share it with my family. And then I have my professional Pinterest. It's an early childhood Pinterest strictly. It used to be things families could use. Now I use it for my students at the university level. But some different boards that I have are math, science, fine motor, gross motor, children's literature, letters, bulletin boards, cooking activities. I also have first day of school. I have fun things to do in your classroom. I have tips and tricks for teachers. My Pinterest is a huge board that shares so many different ideas and things that I did in my classroom that other people are doing. And so my Pinterest is something that I strongly suggest that you get on. Okay, here's the YouTube channel. I'm sorry. The YouTube channel is the Early Childhood YouTube channel. I have teaching ideas on there, teaching concepts. I have make and takes for teachers. You can do these types of things with your family also. You know, ideas to cook at home, things that you're making in the classroom, different board games that you're maybe using, show them centers that you've set up, help them video yourself, maybe playing games or showing them how to do homework. And this is also where I post my parent parties. So I think it's very important to have a YouTube channel. You can teach different concepts. Parents may not understand the vocabulary that you're teaching in your classroom, so this is where you can share your thoughts and ideas. You can read books to children so that they can watch them and they can hear you reading, so you can read aloud. Some different forms of social media that I think that you should have as a professional educator. A LinkedIn. Really, your LinkedIn is a professional site, and it really is like an online resume. But parents can get on there and they can look, you know, where you went to school, different things that you are doing, researching. Just it's a neat thing that I think that you should be a part of, and there's different groups that you can join. Class Dojo is it's a management site, a classroom management site, where you can engage families and students, and you can choose, the students can choose different moments to share with their families, and you can do class announcements. You can read if a parent has read it, so it's a read and receipt, and you can also share photos, and it's kind of like when you text message someone. The Living Tree is like strictly a Facebook for the classroom, and so you could set that up, and you could invite all of your families to be a part of that Living Tree, and then you use it just like Facebook. You can, you know, make it personal and private, and you can set up pictures and announcements and add things on there for your families. Then Remind Me is a kind of like text messaging, and you can put announcements and things and send those to families so that they don't forget, maybe if there's show and tell or who's supposed to be bringing what to school. And then S'more is an online newsletter that I think is an amazing thing, so that you can build these newsletters. You can link them to your Twitter. You can link them to your website. You can have them on the internet, instead of just sending a hard copy home, which may never get looked at. But I'm not saying to not do the traditional forms of communication with parents, because they're very amazing. But here are just some